When The Walking Dead premiered on Halloween night in 2010, it was an unassuming debut for what would become one of the most transformative series in television history. What began as a niche adaptation of Robert Kirkman's comic series quickly evolved into a global phenomenon, changing not only how audiences viewed the zombie genre, but also how television approached long-form storytelling. Over its 11-season run, The Walking Dead didn't just tell a story about survival in a post-apocalyptic world, it left a permanent mark on pop culture, inspiring countless spin-offs, imitators, and new directions in genre storytelling. Before The Walking Dead, the zombie genre was largely confined to movies. Films like George A. Romeo's Nights of the Living Dead defined the archetype of the undead as a social metaphor, while more modern takes like 28 Days Later and Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake injected new life into the trope. However, zombies on television were almost non-existent, largely because networks didn't believe audiences could sustain interest in such a niche horror premise week after week. The Walking Dead shattered this perception. It not only succeeded, it thrived, proving that zombie stories could transcend their horror roots to becoming something richer, more complex, and deeply human. At its heart, The Walking Dead wasn't just about the undead. The walkers were a constant threat, but they were rarely the story's central focus. Instead, the series turned its attention to the living, the survivors navigating loss, betrayal, and the collapse of civilization. The show's tagline, "Fight the dead, fear the living," encapsulated this duality. Each episode wasn't just about staying alive, it was about what it meant to live in a world where humanity's rules no longer applied. Themes of morality, leadership, and community became the backbone of the series, transforming it into a character-driven drama that appealed to viewers far beyond traditional horror fans. Key to the success were the unforgettable characters. Rick Grimes, the everyman sheriff turned hardened leader, anchored the series for much of its run. His journey from hopeful optimist to weary survivor reflected the broader arc of the show itself.
I lied.
Alongside him were characters like Michonne, the stoic warrior with a katana and haunted past. Daryl Dixon, the rugged tracker who's become a fan favorite. Carol Peltier, who transformed from an abused wife into one of the show's most ruthless and resilient figures. And Glenn Rhee, whose kindness and hope provided a moral compass into his shocking demise. These characters were not just survivors, they were symbols of the many ways people adapt, or fail to adapt, to unimaginable circumstances. The show also redefined what could be achieved in terms of production value on television. The walkers themselves became a defining feature thanks to the extraordinary works of special effects artist Greg Nicotero and his team. Every decayed face, every exposed bone, every grotesque wound was rendered in painstaking detail, making the undead feel both terrifying and tangible. The walker designs evolved over time, reflecting their state of decay, but the level of artistry never wavered. They weren't just extras and makeup, they were integral to the story's atmosphere, a visual reminder of the world's collapse. But what truly set The Walking Dead apart was its long-form storytelling. Unlike traditional zombie movies, which must wrap their narratives in a few hours, The Walking Dead had the luxury of time. This allowed the series to delve deep into character development, explore complex moral dilemmas, and build tension over seasons. Multi-season arcs like the group's time at the prison, their battles with the governor, and their eventual confrontation with Negan and the survivors gave the story weight and continuity. Viewers became invested, not just in the characters' survival, but in their growth and relationships. Of course, The Walking Dead wasn't without its controversies. The show became infamous for its brutal deaths, many of which were shocked and devastated fans. Glenn's death at the hands of Negan and Lucille remains one of the most talked about moments in TV history, dividing viewers over whether the series had gone too far. But these moments also cemented The Walking Dead's reputation for unpredictability. In this world, no one was safe. And that tension kept audiences coming back, even when they were grieving the loss of beloved characters. Beyond the characters and storylines, The Walking Dead had a profound cultural impact. At its peak, it was one of the most watched shows on television, drawing over 17 million viewers for its season 5 premiere. Its influence extended far beyond ratings, inspiring merchandise, fan conventions, memes, and even academic studies. It turned Atlanta filming locations into tourist destinations and made the phrase walker synonymous with zombies. The show's success also paved the way for an explosion of zombie-themed media, from spin-offs like Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead World Beyond, to films, to video games, and even rival series like Black Summer. Yet The Walking Dead's legacy isn't just about its popularity, it's about how it transformed the genre. It proved that zombie stories could be more than just about survival. They could be about humanity. The series asked profound questions. What does it mean to rebuild a society? How far would you go to protect your loved ones? And at what point do you stop being the person you were and become something else entirely? By exploring these themes, The Walking Dead elevated the zombie narrative, turning it into a lens for examining human nature. As the main series came to an end in 2022, its universe continued to expand. Spin-offs like The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon and Dead City allowed fans to revisit favorite characters while exploring new corners of the post-apocalyptic world. These extensions of the franchise prove that The Walking Dead's story is far from over. Its themes of survival, resilience, and the search for humanity remain as relevant as ever. Ultimately, The Walking Dead didn't just change the way we view zombies, it changed the way we view television. It showed that horror could be as emotional as it was terrifying, as thought-provoking as it was thrilling. It turned a niche genre into a mainstream powerhouse, inspiring countless creators and leaving an enduring mark on pop culture. This is The Walking Dead's legacy, a story that wasn't just about the end of the world, but about the people fighting to build a new one. A reminder that even in the darkest times, there's hope, humanity, and the possibility of redemption. It wasn't just a TV show, it was a phenomenon that will be remembered for generations. Thank you for watching this video on how The Walking Dead changed TV forever. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more.